Hi friends, welcome to Writing Challenge Day 4. I hope you had a good time yesterday reflecting on your limiting beliefs and insecurities and how they get in the way of your creativity and also how you interact with people and how you interact with yourself in your life. I found that in the writing process, it was a really powerful lesson for me yesterday, and in the wake of holding the possibility that some of my own stories, my own clutter as a person was getting in my way, allowed me to let the story evolve into actually something that I didn't quite expect. And a lot of it included, just yesterday I was working on cutting, on trimming, on getting down to, like we said on day 1, what is this about? But that's a journey of being led there, I think, to some extent. And so yesterday, eliminating limiting beliefs allowed for some of that structure to come out more clearly to me. It's really interesting writing memoir in particular because you're looking at yourself and your own life. And so you have also that lens of insecurity to you as the writer, and then also you as the narrator, and then also you as the character. There are these multi-layers of looking at yourself, and it's a really strange headspace to step into. And so yesterday I felt that quote was really helpful, and to chat with you guys was really helpful too, and to share my own ideas and thoughts impacted my writing positively yesterday. Yesterday I just had a lot of ideas come up about story, about my own process, and I know that we'll get to all those eventually, but today I actually wanted to share a little bit about self-care. And of course, this doesn't just apply to writing and creating. This applies to all of life, which I think is a common theme that will keep coming up between drawing parallels from creativity to real life. But self-care is exceptionally important. And I've been surprised that in setting this 12-day challenge, day 4 right now, I've been much more compelled to take care of myself, because I think I feel at its deepest level that this journey is a marathon. This is not a sprint. This is not pulling one all-nighter and having a product at the end of it. This is really building a sustaining life that will not only feed me, it will feed the project, but then it'll feed future projects, because this is not just a one-time thing, I hope, for myself. So for me, self-care involves definitely getting enough sleep. That's a huge one for me. And if I get to bed early enough, I really like to get up early. I like to start my day off a bit slowly with journaling, a good breakfast, meditating, perhaps doing some yoga and some stretching. And then throughout the day, self-care is drinking a lot of water. I have 3 liquid receptacles here. Eating good food, having lots of snacks. I get really hungry when I write. I don't know if it's that I'm using my brain a lot or just emoting a lot, whatever it is. And then I also like to take small breaks throughout the day. This is sometimes just going to the bathroom because I'm drinking so much water, but it's also getting outside. It's getting sun on my skin. It's taking a break to lie down on my yoga mat or do a handstand or something like that. And I find that it not only helps me to take a moment to recharge, but it also feeds my creativity. If there's something that I'm stuck on, that I'm working through, even just a quick break to the bathroom where I continue chewing on that a little bit and mulling it, can allow me to come up with a solution. And so self-care, you'll figure out what that means for you. You'll figure out your own moving your body routine, feeding your body, getting enough sleep. Another important thing that I really wanted to talk about is community. I think it's exceptionally important in all areas of life, but also creativity, to build a positive community around you. And I see this as twofold. One is the community that when you're done at the end of the day, have some kind of ritual or practice for being done. It could be packing up your stuff, it could be washing your hands like some therapists do after a session, or body workers. It could be whatever, anything that lets you let that day go. And then join your community that will just let you allow you to step back into life. Because sometimes when this continues to circulate in our brains, it can continue to be exhausting, and I think that problems are solved also after we let go of the day. Our subconscious mind continues to process what went on, and we can set some intention for what we want to do the next day, which I'll talk about at a different point. So there's that community, that like letting it go community, engaging with the world community. There's also the community of people with whom you will speak and process your craft, your art. And I think that you need to pick that community very carefully. And it's not that people won't be well-intentioned and they won't want to help you, but there will be that community who will somehow know the right thing to say. And let me backtrack. It's very vulnerable when you start to share your art with people, especially as you're working through it. And you'll have to figure out for yourself how much you want to do that. Sometimes it is a process that you need to do internally and you only share with people later. But some people will inherently either try and fix your situation or give you answers or give you feedback when you're not ready to receive that, and you just need somebody to listen, or maybe you do need somebody to give you feedback. But think on those people who will truly support you in your creative process and won't leave you feeling ragged afterwards, like, oh, I kind of wish I wouldn't have shared that with them. Now they have some kind of judgment about me when it wasn't about judging where I am. It was just about accepting and feeling seen and heard. So I hope that that makes sense. That's talking maybe a little bit around the outside of it, but it's different for every person. And I've certainly felt that if I share something too early with someone or with the wrong person, then it can feel like that vulnerability is attacked because they might see it as a kind of conversation that you'd have about something related to business or other type of work, and they're just going to go at it when really you just needed a little bit of gentle holding. That's been my experience. So community involved in self-care, getting enough water, getting outside, exercising, resting, and don't be afraid to take breaks. Also full day long breaks. Again, this is a marathon. It can be exhausting. There's no need to judge how your body and your mind and your emotions tolerate the journey of being a creative, but you do need to listen to it and you do need to honor it. Otherwise you will encounter burnout. Right, so I'm going to jump back to my tea and my water and my snacks and get back on my book. I look forward to chatting tomorrow. See you later, guys.